Boys, let's head back to Suncorp Stadium. Benny Hunt's with Jake Duke.
Thanks very much. I'm joined by this man, a legend of the club, a legend of the NRL, Benny Hunt. You're going back to a grand final, 10 years on. How you feeling?
Mate, I honestly don't know how to feel at the moment. I really don't. It's, like you said, 10 years on. It's a dream come true, mate. But like the job's not done yet. Melbourne are an extremely good side. They've got a lot of players that have been in grand finals before, experienced, and I really think we need to play better attack-wise than we did tonight to really beat them.
2 wins now in the finals, and you've come from big margins down. 16 down against the Raiders, 14 down today. How did you do it? What was said?
Yeah, we just wanted to believe at half-time, mate. We talked all week if we could stay near them or close to them for the first half that we could score some points in the second half. We believe that, but obviously you don't want to be 14-0 down against the premiers, main of premiers, and we believe, but it's in the back of your mind there that you're playing a really good side. But it's a huge credit to our boys. We defended huge periods on our line there in that second half, and just a massive win, mate.
You've played a lot of games at this stadium. You ever heard it like it was this afternoon?
Oh, mate, it's got to be up there with some of the best Origins I've ever played here. The noise, the crowd, they were unbelievable, mate, right from the get-go. And Broncos have a huge fan base, mate. It's a real credit to them that they turn out for us every week, and they pack this joint out.
I know the emotions will probably set in, but this is what you came back to the club for, right? To be here and to potentially go and win a premiership with this team. You're within touching distance now.
Yeah, that's it, mate. The whole reason I wanted to come back here was, right some wrongs and get that premiership, and we're there now. But like I said, we've got a job to do. We need to knuckle down this week, and like I said, be a lot better.
Congratulations. We'll see you on grand final day.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, good on you, Jake. I'll tell you what, boys. Wouldn't that be a story? Benny Hunt goes back after all this time and gets the premiership.
Yeah, especially if he gets a Clive. I'd like him to get the Clive.
Yeah. Well, boys, let's talk about next Sunday, Core Stadium Grand Final preview now, brought to you by Regain. And Storm versus the Broncos. Storm have won 17 of the last 19 encounters with the Broncos. Storm have been, historically, Broncos' biggest bogey side. However, last time they met, just a couple of weeks back, Broncos beat the Storm 30-14. Granted, there was no Hughes and there was no Harry Grant, but still.
They get Carrigan back too, which is a
big
arrested Carrigan. So he's had the 2 weeks off. So it's a bit like, it's totally different, contrasting styles, isn't it? It's Melbourne who are quite clinical, and you've got these blokes who, this bloke especially, who just plays off the top of his head. So it's going to be a great grand final.
Yeah, Hudson. So you've obviously played both these sides this year. Who's your tip? Who would you not like to be coming up against in this grand final then?
I think Melbourne. After watching today, how hard that game was, I think Melbourne would be sitting there licking their lips watching that.
Well, I'll tell you, 2006 grand final. Repeated 2006.
Was that Shane Whipke's last grand final?
That was,
Sean Berrigan, Clive Churchill.
It was. Did. 15-8. It was the Broncos over the Storm. In that year, Melbourne absolutely gave the Broncos a hiding all the way through the year. 2 or 3 times, they beat them by 50 in a trial game. They won, I think, the first time they met them, beat them by 40. Very similar the next time, and they just keep getting closer to the Broncos. And then on the night, they knock them over. But
well, I think if it's you think now if it's going to be a close game and it's near the death, you're back in the Broncos. I'm thinking after what we've seen them do the last 2 games, obviously against the Raiders and this week, if they're going to get close enough, I think they know how to carry momentum. And Hudson, you were just saying then in the break, they seem to score a try, and all of a sudden you get that lift out of them straight away.
Yeah, they've just got players that are footy players, and they come alive. As soon as they sense any momentum changing, they all just come alive, and you've seen exactly that today.
What do you think, boys? Who wins?
Oh, gosh. I think the Storm. I just think the kicking game, what we saw from Jerome and Munster the other day.
And Paps is back.
I'm telling you, and the 2 days,
it's a big
extra rest, and considering what the Broncos have just been through, it's a factor. And on top of that, they've got the guy who I still think is the best big game player in the game. That's Munster. I still think, you got Nathan and those guys. I still think Munster's number one.
But I'm just going off this game just now, like to beat Penrith, how good Penrith were, and how much ball they had. And to come back and win that, like I'm starting to kind of lean towards the Broncos.
Oh. Would you start Ezra? Do you think Ezra starts at
I'd start exactly how you had.
I'd leave him as is.
Who misses out for Carrigan?
Smoothie was... He's been good.
Do you keep Ricky on the edge?
Yeah.
Well, he's been there, yeah, I suppose, because you're not replacing a middle for a
Yeah, true.
Tough decision from Madge.
Yeah.
Leave it to him. We're going to take a break, but as we do, thanks to Muggle Boots, let's look at some old school big hits from the Broncos and the Storm over the years.
Shiver the Seaver. Oh, Petro has gone down. Kidwell must have hit him with a blacksmith's anvil.
Slater's 20 away. Now for Turner. For the corner. Hodges. He takes him out. And not for a day.
Blindside Wallace. Oh! Wallace has been knocked base over apex by Anthony Quinn.
Oh, they rush up. Oh, what a shot from Liero.
Munster now with it. Oh, Munster! Smashed in the tackle of Turpin.